Hello everybody, I'm Spark249. Welcome to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog. Now this is the Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Master System, the 8-bit one. So yeah, this is probably going to be a bit different to the Sonic the Hedgehog most of you will know. So we're starting off in Act 1, which is Green Hill Zone. Sorry to jump straight into that. We're going to be saving South Island from the evil Dr. Robotnik. Now for those of you who for some reason have never played Sonic before, I will try and give the mechanics a brief rundown. These are rings, which are the basic pickup of the game, so if you pick up 100 you'll get an extra life. This is a monitor. Smash it, it can do one of many things, and that one happens to give you 10 rings. And seeing as this is Sonic 1 for the Sega Master System, there's no such thing as the spin dash. So the only attack we have is the supersonic spin attack, as the manual calls it. Let's get straight into this. So I will be collecting all 6 of the Chaos Emeralds in this game as well. There's one in each zone. This monitor gives you invincibility. And here I'm going to skip half level by rolling down here and holding right. And then I'm going to hold left because I want to slow down. Because there's an extra life hidden in this right here. I want to pick up a couple more rings. There we are, the invincibility's run out. If you get hit, if I get hit, I will lose all of the rings I'm currently holding. So let's hope that doesn't happen. As it very nearly just did. And here is the end of act signpost. And the exclamation mark, because we have more than 50 but less than 100 rings, means that we're off to the bonus stage. And the bonus stages in this game, or the special stages, they're not like the special stages in other Sonic games. There's no Chaos Emeralds in these ones, they're purely for extra lives and for continues. So let's just keep bouncing around. And then up here. Up here, these ones spell out, these rings up here spell out Sega. And this is a continue monitor, so by breaking that, if I game over, I'll now be able to continue, because this is one of those old games where you run out of lives, you are starting again. So you also want to try and finish the special stage, before the time runs out. Because if you do, you'll gain a large point bonus depending on the amount of rings you have. Yeah, so I'm just going to bounce around for a couple of seconds because I want to try and get an extra life. Because I haven't played this game in such a long time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it. Come on, 2 more. Okay, one other thing to note is, if Sonic gets hit when he doesn't have any rings, he'll lose a life. Now, collecting 100 rings resets you to 0. It doesn't remember 100, so I will still die right now. And Robotnik on the signpost means I get nothing. Wonderful. It can also generate a ring, 10 rings, if you have a multiple of 10, but you don't qualify for the bonus stage. So back to the map screen for Act 2 of Green Hill Zone. And there's a Chaos Emerald hidden in this level. Now, the first thing you want to do is take a nice big jump over here to fall down the hole rather than tripping. That monitor contained a shield, so now I can take one hit without losing my rings. Also, if you jump through this wall here, you'll find a secret passageway to an extra life. Another thing to remember is try and roll through the water if you get the chance, because it goes so much faster than walking, as you probably can just tell. This spring here is only meant to ruin your day, it'll catapult you back into the water. These ones with an arrow on them, if I didn't mention that last act, are checkpoints. So if I die now, I'll return to that monitor. You're going to have to roll into this crab meat to kill him. And if you jump down here, you'll find the first of the game's 6 Chaos Emeralds. And because this game only contains 6 Chaos Emeralds, you unfortunately cannot become supersonic. But it does unlock the game's good ending. There's a buzz bomber who's trying to shoot me. Up. Don't fall down there, or else you're going to have a bad day. And just made it. Now let's roll down here, and I can do another jump. And there's another end of act signpost. 36 rings, unfortunately, gets me nothing. Apart from a lovely portrait of Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Speaking of whom, we're now about to fight. Every Act 3, except the one in Scrap Brain Zone, is a boss fight. So, as you can see, we now have Eggman, or Robotnik, or whatever you want to call him, flying around in the Eggomatic, and we're going to have to fight him. Now one thing to remember is, in a boss act there are no rings. So unless you have a shield, you're going down in one hit. That first pit, by the way, contains spikes. The second one instead contains an extra life, a spring, and several hundred spikes. So don't go over there. And we're bouncing up here. This is the easiest boss fight in the game. Robotnik doesn't bother making any modifications to the Egg-O-Matic, he's just going to try and kill you with contact damage. So first of all, he's going to hover around the top of the screen. And try to... yeah, just... you can't actually hit him at this stage. He's literally a pixel or two out of reach. And now you want to stay here, because when you approach here for the second time, you'll be able to get in some hits while he descends and tries to ram you. And that was 7 hits. So he actually only has 1 hit point left, being Robotnik. Now, on this second approach, if you're lucky, you will be able to hit him just as he dips down. Don't think I'm going to be that lucky, though, but he will descend here again. And there's the 8th hit. His mustache turns black, here the Egg-O-Matic starts blowing up. And we can run down here as soon as he flees to jump on the release switch on the capsule and free all of the trapped animals. Which in this case are bunnies and birds. And that is Green Hill Zone complete, with its Chaos Emerald as well. So there's 1 in each zone. And like I said, other Sonic games usually have them hidden in the special stages, this one has them hidden in the level itself. So the second zone is Bridge Zone, and they never reused Bridge Zone, mainly because it's very, very bland. Also, never try and jump on the enemies that have spikes on them, just roll into them instead. I think those enemies are called Robo-Killers or something. That's a Buzz Bomber, the fish are called Jaws. All of the enemy names will come back to me at some point. So roll there to make sure I killed the Jaws and didn't die. Now, the curved bridges are safe to walk on. The flat ones will break under your weight. So just run across them as quick as you can. These things are fun. You jump on it and the weight will get launched into the air, launching you up into the air. Another checkpoint. This is a very relaxed level, especially the music. Oop. Be very careful not to let that Buzz Bomb kill me. This only exists to ruin your day. Now, if you look over there, you will see the land is very low. But you do actually want to get a bit of height on this one, because if you do, you'll be able to get a 1-up. There's a Jaws, there's another Jaws, and there's the Chaos Emerald of this zone. So this one's in Act 1. And what you're going to want to do here is stand on this and not die. There you go. So that's 2 of the game's 6 Chaos Emeralds. So we're a third of the way there, and here's the end of Act signpost. We have 83 rings, so we're off to the special stage again. And there are 4 special stages, but once you've completed all 4, they'll repeat. So the second special stage is just basically a different layout. So let's get straight into this. This one's more linear, and I hate these bumpers. Because of that... Come on, let me out. There we are. Notice over here, yep, there's a continue crate. So what you're going to do is hit it from the bottom to knock it down, and then when it's fallen, land on it if I don't fail. There we are. And over here, there's an extra life crate which I luckily hit very easily. I can always remember having trouble hitting that one as a kid. And there we are actually out, and I can't be bothered to waste much more time in this special zone, so let's just get straight out of here. Robotnik. I don't know if you can get anything in there. There can also be a Sonic face that appears in there and grants you an extra life, but I've never bothered to learn what triggers that. And we have 2 continues. And 10 lives. Wow. So now on to Bridge Zone Act 2. Probably the definitely the worst act in the game, because it's an auto-scroller. Auto-scrollers and Sonic don't mix. Sonic's all about going fast, about rolling down hills, about just speed. This level is the antithesis of that. Also, try not to stay at the extreme right-hand side, or else you'll get sniped by guys like that, who hit me somehow, even though I was rolling. Whee! Oh dear, Buzz Bomber. So yeah, this is a very slow and relaxed level. Coupled with the blandness of Bridge Zone in general, this is probably why it's never returned to the Sonic series. Okay, so it wasn't there. You want to stay here for as long as possible because this bridge is longer than the screen and you don't want to stand on a collapsing slat. So there we are, and here's a checkpoint crate. I can hear Jaws. And I think, if I'm right, there's extra life there. So yeah, there's one extra life hidden in every act. Even the boss acts. They can just sometimes be a bit of a pain to find. And then sometimes they're ridiculously easy to find, like the one in Bridge Zone Act 3, which I'll show you. The thing is, though, they don't regenerate if you die. If you pick them up and then die, they're gone. You can't get them a second time. You also notice this game doesn't really have any of the loops or corkscrew turns that the original Sonic 1 had, and that's simply because of the hardware limitations of the Master System. There's an extra life and some more rings for safety. And I think this is the end of the act. Well, I've regained camera control, so I'm going to say yes. Robotnik. Okay, so that's Act 2 of Bridge Zone done, so now we're on to the boss fight, Act 3. And in this one, Robotnik has modified his Egg-O-Matic into a submarine. And for the extra life, all you want to do is go left. Easiest one in the game right there. Now, to fight Robotnik here, all you're going to want to do is try and bounce on him. You can do 4, but it always feels unsafe to me to attempt 4 bounces. Also, try not to bounce on the cannon closest to the centre. So you can hit him just after he's gone down into the water. Should only take 1 more hit. There we go, now he's been destroyed. The Egg-O-Matic... No, he's just going to sink. Yep, the Egg-O-Matic flies off. And we can hit the release button. Are they... I'm not sure what animals they are, cats or pigs or something. But that's Act 3 done, so now we're on to the third zone, and I love the music in this zone. And you'll see what I mean by that, but this is Jungle Zone. I just love this music. And I do not, however, like Act 2 of this zone. Oh, hello. Shield crate. And you'll see what I mean by Act 2, but for now, let's just stick with Act 1. There's the extra life, hidden in plain sight. You just can't reach it from here, you'll have to go around a long way. But it's not hard to get, so you don't really have an excuse for not getting it. And the Chaos Emerald is hidden in Act 1 of this zone, so I will show you when I get to it. If I remember where it is. And what we're going to do here is make a nice long jump and be very, very wary of that spring. As chances are, if you jump onto that, if you touch that spring, you will die. Okay, that Jaws is a bit strange because I'm not sure if it is actually there or not, but yeah. There's also a current here, so try and fight against it. You also notice that the Chaos Emerald is below me. So the way you get this one is kill this neutron, go over these spikes, and wait for this. So jump on this little falling log, go down quite low, and make the jump across. unlike me. Wow. Okay, so that's the first death of this playthrough. Luckily I hit a checkpoint crate. Let's go a bit faster now that I'm done explaining things for this zone, this act. This something. Come on. I want to go fast. And the Chaos Emerald's below me again. Dun 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 dun. Can I just fall? No. There we are. So now what you want to do is fall on this log and just run to the left. Once you've done that, you can be able to get onto that. Now just very carefully get back on the log and repeat the process to get back. Jump out, and now we can actually get on with the level. It has 3 Chaos Emeralds down. So yeah, it's a bit of precision jumping involving these logs, especially when the screen starts getting wider. Come on. Checkpoint crate, wait for that. There's a crab meat ready to kill us. And here's a... Whee! Yeep. This is one of those levels where I do not want to go careering off into space. I will undoubtedly die. Let's run very fast. Is this safe water? This is safe water. The bits where it descends into a waterfall aren't safe. And there's the end of Act signpost. Robotnik, because we didn't get 50 rings. Although I don't generally pay attention to the ring counter until the end of an act anyway, so yeah. We've got half the Chaos Emeralds, so we're on track to do this right. It's just that the last 3 can be a bit of a pain to get. But anyway, here's Jungle Zone Act 2. And the extra life for this one is halfway up. And the thing you want to remember at this is once you go up, you cannot go down. The screen does not scroll back downwards, so if you fall off, you are pretty much guaranteed a death. And I'm not sure if this is common sense or not, but don't touch the spikes. They does not end well for you. Not sure why I'm even picking up rings, because the knockback and lack of invulnerability frames in this game will pretty much guarantee me a death anyway. Die, crab meat! So yeah, like, I'm not going to jump up here until I'm sure that there's nothing else down here I want, and I want that shield. And because the screen does take a second to catch up, you can outpace it a little bit if you try. And there I went! I slightly missed the platform, because I don't know why I sort of flinched away from the jaws, and I'm dead. And right back down at the beginning. So let's try and do this fast and reckless. Haven't even got any rings yet. Shield, far more important than rings. Let's go up this way. This way looks safer. If I can kindly... Yeah, this way looks a lot safer. There's a checkpoint. I nearly said crate then. This is Sonic, not Crash Bandicoot. See, there's the waterfall just pouring out from amongst the treetops. These ones fall. And I accidentally caught that one without meaning to, so I had to react quickly or be cut off forever. Come on. There's the extra life for this act. I probably won't be getting all the extra life simply because I can't remember where the ones in the later levels are. I definitely remember the one in the next act is. I think we're pretty much at the top here. Yep. There we are. That's nothing again. Robotnik. And now for the third boss fight. And the problem with this boss fight isn't the boss fight itself, it's getting up to it. And the fact that the vines you climb on are horrible for jumping from. Now, for the extra life in this act, you actually want to fall into the water. It's right there. A tad's counterintuitive, but the current's actually fighting against me here. There I am. Right, so let's start climbing the vines. The boss is right at the top. See? I tried to jump at the tip of that vine, and it just completely ate the input, and didn't make me jump at all. Here's the boss fight. So Robotnik here is going to try and drop bombs, bowling balls. And there's a proof of the lack of mercy, invincibility, and vulnerability frames, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I just got killed because the knockback from hitting the bowling ball knocked me onto the bowling ball again. So this Robotnik can be a bit of a pain to fight. You just want to play it safe, unlike me. I hesitated then, and that cost me a life. Let's climb up again. Also, notice how the life counter doesn't really count beyond 10. Sorry, beyond 9, though I definitely have them. And thankfully, the bottom of the screen doesn't lock in this game, so that stupid vine didn't kill me. Come on. Urgh! I'm trying to play too aggressively and kill Robotnik too quickly, and it's not working. Once again, I have 9 lives. Sonic has evolved into a cat. Right, attempt 4, 5. So there's... Right, just get 1 hit on each time, I'll be safer that way. So now over here. Dodge the bowling ball. The bomb, whatever it is. It explodes. That's evidence for it to be a bomb, right? And once again, 8 hits will be the downfall of Robotnik. As soon as I can dodge these stupid things... There we are! Robotnik's down, so now all that stands between me and the rescuing the capsule is a small jump. If I can jump on the stupid button. And that is Jungle Zone finished. So there we are, Jungle Zone completely finished. We're now halfway through the game already. And we have 11 lives, for the record. So now we've zoomed right into the map, up to where Robotnik is polluting South Island, and this is Labyrinth Zone. And I'm sure all of you will have horrible memories of Labyrinth Zone, because this zone seems intent to sap away all your momentum. Right, bear me 2 seconds, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, the main mechanic of Labyrinth Zone is... oh dear. Lack of air. How do I get out of here? So, while Sonic's underwater, he has an air meter that's slowly counting out. It's invisible until you run low. And you're going to want to wait for these points where small bubbles are coming out. Because at these points, eventually larger bubbles will come out, and if Sonic can eat it... You're not shooting me, matey. Then, yeah. Oh, that's rubbish. Hey, I survived. Somehow I got mercy invincibility. A shield! So, yeah, that countdown, by the way, means that Sonic's not drowning. Which obviously is not a good thing, so you're going to want to keep him alive. Oops. Generally, it's not worth to try and jump over those spikes. Checkpoint! And I don't really like Labyrinth Zone. Oh dear. And even though it says I've got 5 seconds, I've got a lot longer than that. Oh wonderful, an Orbinaut. I'm not going to survive this, I'm going down and getting some air. Because there is an air point right here. There we are. So yeah, there's Orbinauts in 2 of the zones. The ones in Labyrinth Zone throw away all their spiky balls and then become very, very vulnerable. Oh, by the way, get ready to run. See how quickly Sonic drowns? Hold your breath for a little longer. See, that one is trying to kill you. But anyway, let's get some more air, and there's the end of the water. So you basically have to keep moving, but obviously the water limits your movement. So it can be a bit hard. Oh, as a spiky ball of doom. I did just pop my head out of the water, so Sonic has refilled his breath. And that sudden gaining of control there doesn't help. Oh, that's mean. I push the button. Which turns this into an extra life, apparently. Or that was already an extra life, but I could have sworn that was 10 rings. And here's the end of Act signpost. Sonic! Okay. What gave me that? Oh. I'm going to have to look up what actually gives you a Sonic signpost, because I'm not entirely sure. So, Act 2 of Labyrinth. So, let's get moving again. Into the water. Into the drink. Oh, there's more drink. Ah! You can't trick me. This is some cruel jumps you want me to make, game. This better be worth it. I see a shield, so I can't complain. See, I remember that from the Genesis version. If you jump while you're sliding down these things, you'll occasionally find secrets. Let's get moving. The shield, by the way, will not save you from Sonic drowning. An Orbinaut, really? That's mean, I can't dodge this guy. Without invincibility, I may just die here. Okay, so let's run. Run, 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 run. Kill the stupid Orbinaut. Keep moving. Need bubbles. Air! Delicious, nutritious air. And that's all there was back here. Air and rings. Why did I even go this way? Anyway, the Chaos Emerald in this level is hidden in absolute plain sight. You can't miss it. But it's a bit cruel. I'll show you what I mean when I get to it. What that thing's called? I will use this. The spring will save me. Hey, it did. It threw me into air. This is a burrow bot. Okay. I do like the design of the, aesthetic design of Labyrinth Zone. I just don't like the level. Bubbles! I need bubbles. Give me a bubble. Thank you. A checkpoint crate as well. Right, come on. These things shoot, these heads, so just wait for them to fire. Oh, you're kidding me. That's a tight jump. Come on. Need to get out of Labyrinth Zone before I go crazy. This one will lift you up. And probably attempt to kill you. Yep, it's attempting to kill me. Bubbles, please! Need air. Bubble! Don't even have to break my stride. This will lead me to safety. Ah! Here's where you start getting this Chaos Emerald. And as I said, this one is particularly cruel to get. You need this invincibility to get it. So what you have to do is you have to grab this invincibility and then start running. So this barely lasts enough time. So I mustn't mess up here. Because it is inside these spikes. So you will blatantly see that as you come here, but without the invincibility you can't touch the spikes to survive. So that's 4 Chaos Emeralds. And we got a Robotnik, of course we did. Okay, now here's one of the most difficult boss fights in the game. Where he's using his submarine, he's outfitted it with a missile launcher, torpedo launcher, a something explosive launcher. So, the Labyrinth Zone boss fight. Oh, you can't drown in this act, so don't worry about the fact that you're going to be underwater for the whole thing and there's no bubbles. Thankfully, the game developers aren't quite cruel enough to make you balance getting air with fighting Robotnik. So once you enter here, this door will seal off. Right, do never ever try and hit Robotnik while he's in the middle unless you are the greatest player on the face of the earth. Because it is exceedingly difficult to actually hit him. So what we want to do is do what I just did. Hit him, jump over, and dodge the missile. Do the same. You can probably hit him twice in the time it gives you, to be honest. Just make sure you dodge the missile. And never try and hit him while he's there, because you barely get any height out of bouncing on him. So chances are you'll die. That might not have been enough distance. That was just enough distance. Come on, come on. Get across the gap. So just duck here and he'll never hit you with that. And just jump now-ish. And again, straight away. And then... oh, he's dead. Yay! So now we can get out of the horrendous place that is Labyrinth Zone and back to a more normal setting. So, hit the release button on the capsule. And free whatever poor animals are about to drown. Oh no, they actually make a little bit sense. The penguin, not so much. I'm pretty sure they can't breathe underwater. But what do I know? 4 Chaos Emeralds. Oh, we got extra life from points. Isn't that nice? So now we're out of Labyrinth Zone and we're on to Act 1 of Scrap Brain Zone. And this is the shortest act in the game. Shortest non-boss act. Wow. Wow. Thanks, Sonic. Thanks for not jumping. Let's try it again. These doors were only open from the sides that have dots on them, by the way. Come on. These are conveyor belts. Hey, look, an extra life. I just noticed I didn't get any of the extra lives in Labyrinth Zone. Oh well. Oopsie doodle. Rings. Beep. Oh, that is a cruel spring there. So push this one and it opens this door. Don't jump into the fire because fire is painful. Keep running, paying attention. Don't die. And there we are, that's that entire act over. And the 5th Chaos Emerald is hidden in Act 2 again. So on to Act 2 of Scrap Brain Zone. And Scrap Brain Zone, by the way, is the only one without a boss battle. So Scrap Brain Zone. And this one's a little bit convoluted and very long. So, but if you want the Chaos Emeralds, just follow my probably quite rubbish advice and just follow me. Come on. Eep, eep. I can't jump. There we are. Oh, need a ring, need a ring. Got a ring. Got 2 rings. There we go, past all those stupid flamethrowers. There's the extra life. And I think you want to go up here. Through this door. Now see if I remember this correctly. This is a little bit like the getting the extra life in Green Hill Zone Act 3. Ignore the first 2 holes because they'll kill you. Jump into the 3rd one? Yes, I was right. So go through here, run through here, jump into the teleporter. It looks painful, it's not. And there's Chaos Emerald number 5. And now run to the left and start climbing and you're home free. Just ignore the pig bots. Oh, this also means we won't be seeing any caterpillars. They're one of my favourite enemies as well. Can I... if I could kindly. Oh. I wasn't supposed to go that way. Beep. Okay, so pushing that button. And then what? There's a caterpillar. Roll into their heads to kill them. Anything else will end badly. Pretty sure the game developers don't want you to roll into these doors at full speed. I was expecting something bad to happen, something glitchy, but... Okay. Now I'm a tad lost. Where do I go? I'm going to assume this way. I'm going to hope this way. Let's see. I think I drop here. Yep. So the way this level's arranged, this part of the level's arranged, you just want to keep doing this until you get to. Is it this part? Must be the next part. Into the teleporter. Let's see if I know what I'm talking about. Yep. Now, all that's left to do is not die. So not to be terrible at this game. Come on, Sonic. You're faster than that. No. You send me back down there or I will not be happy. End of act signpost. Robotnik. That should have given me a ring. I have a multiple of 10 rings. I feel I've just been cheated. Oh well, 5 Chaos Emeralds, 1 left to get, and that is in the final zone. But as for now, we are off to Scrap Brain Zone Act 3. And it's got Robotnik there. He's not exactly a threat, though, to be honest. I love how all 3 of these levels, all 3 of these acts, start exactly the same. I've forgotten which way I go. Oh, I do think I remember reading somewhere that this zone has exactly 99 rings, thereby making it impossible to get an extra life from them. Hello, there's the extra life. Okay, these are one-way doors. I'm going to ignore you, rings, and go this way. Because to the right is usually... Oh. No, it's not always the right way. Wonderful. I will follow you, rings. Will you lead me astray? More than likely. Come on. Well, I'm heading in an upwards direction, so... Oh, this way isn't a lie. Or is it? No, no, no! Well, I got the extra life. And seeing as I've collected all the rings, I now have no idea which way I'm supposed to be going. Wonderful. Unless my memory can help. Oh well, I got the extra life, completely unintentionally. Button? What do you open, button? You opened this door. Okay, so that button was just there to irritate me. There's Robotnik! Get him! Oh no, he's off. Oh. And let's chase him up into the sky on his magical floating spiky platform. And that was the entire act. That was the only Act 3 that contains rings. But once again, not enough for a life, so... So there's one more Chaos Emerald to get, and it's in Act 2 again. So here we are to the final zone, Sky Base Zone. And the 2 acts, or all 3 acts, are very different. So the threat in this first one are those little stars. Whoa! As you can see, they shoot lightning. You'll get a second of warning or 2 before it happens. Help! There was a shield up there, but I'm not that bothered about it anymore, funnily enough. Come on. You have to be quite cautious. What am I doing? I'm thinking there's something down there. Am I right? Is my theory correct? Is there indeed something down here? No? Am I just going crazy? Okay then. Ooh. You jump on one of these, then I'll take you off into the horizon. But jump on the other one. And you can stop these things by jumping, by the way. They only move while you're on them. And you can abuse that little thing there to not get killed by these lightning things. Oh. Oh. Come on. And that is Skybase Zone Act 1 complete, and nothing again. If I collected one less ring, ironically, I would have 9 more rings in total. Assuming the signpost didn't cheat me out of my 10 ring reward again. And now it's time to get the final Chaos Emerald. I think. Yes, that's correct. I saw that and assumed boss battle? No! Okay, so what you actually want to do here is completely ignore the normal flow of level and jump off the edge. This also handily skips most of the level for you. So yeah, it's just a lot of waiting now. Just stay on this propeller platform for quite some time, and eventually you will find another propeller platform. So hop on him, and you'll find another propeller platform. And keep your eyes up. And there's another one! Ah, so we're nearly there. Now here's an important thing. Never ever jump to the left of this chain. There's the 6th Chaos Emerald. The chain is solid, so as you can see, you jump on it. Oh, you are kidding me. That counted as me getting it though, right? I'm now going to have to check. So sorry about this, guys. I don't mean to be so terrible at this game. But assuming it counted as me having collected the Chaos Emerald, which I have to double check, otherwise I'm doing this entire recording again. Careful. I want to hop on it when it's not going to send me onto the ladder. So yeah, the chain is solid, so if you jump onto the left-hand side of it, you'll just walk up it instead of through it, so you won't actually be able to get the Chaos Emerald. Is this the one? No, it's the... Yes, it is. Good, it did count. You fire. I'm going nowhere until you fire. Oh! Alright guys, I won't make you watch me fly over to the right hand side again. I'll just start recording again when I get back over to that point. Okay, here I am. And there we are. Straight through this door. And that is the end of that act. Ring! Where's my HUD gone? How many rings do I have? Wonder where the HUD went. All 6 Chaos Emeralds, and like I said, there isn't 7, so there aren't 7 rather, so no Supersonic in this game. The final act, Skybase Zone Act 3. So this is a boss battle against Robotnik again, so... Free hit. So there's 2 things you want to watch out for here. One is that thing. The lightning. Just when there's a break in it, unlike then, the other thing is that eye thing above Robotnik. It will occasionally shoot these energy balls at you. Just watch when Robotnik jumps, because when he does, it's probably a free time to attack him. Now after a certain amount of hits, the battle will actually change up a little bit. It's not quite as predictable as it always is. Mainly the lightning up here will change up. Come on. There we go, it started to become more erratic. So what you actually need to do now is run through it, attack Robotnik, and wait for the lightning to fade, and then escape. You have a brief window to jump back through the lightning. There we go, I think it's only one more hit and then we're pretty much done. No. Maybe one more hit? I wasn't counting, so... There we go! I took the risk and it paid off. So chase Robotnik, and he'll escape into another teleporter. I've lost control, by the way, which is why I'm not trying to kill him. And now, jump into the teleporter yourself. And now here's what happens. He's actually escaped in the Eggomatic somehow back to Green Hill Zone. As you can see here. But our teleport coordinates were slightly off, so we're going to, well, we're going to land on his head. Yay! And now we're going to run over here for some reason, and... oh, we've got all 6 Chaos Emeralds, so this will happen. So yeah, using the power of the 6 Chaos Emeralds, they will float slowly into the sky. And then, using their mystical vague powers, they will cleanse South Island of Dr. Robotnik's pollution. And now we get a final tally up screen. So all 6 Chaos Emeralds, they're worth 20,000 points each. And they'll slowly count down. Just to emphasise the importance of each and every one. And now it's... how many Sonics we have left? 13 times 5,000. So 6,500. No. Yes. Now, special bonus? Is that just for beating the game, or... special... what does that mean? Special stages? Okay. So, anything else, game? Or are we done here? No? I'm just going to push a button and see what happens. Oh, I didn't push a button. Game. Oh, here we go. So the credits. So there we are. That's Sonic the Hedgehog, the 8-bit version for the Sega Master System. And I hope you enjoyed that Let's Play, guys. We've got all 6 Chaos Emeralds, so we've pretty much got the best ending and 100% of the game yet again. 100% of yet another game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'm Spark249. Have fun.